So, the next topic is Wendy Williams. She's getting a divorce and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And so she has been on a number of dates.
Mm-hmm.
And she was recently spotted out with her new boo, who is 27 years old
Mm-hmm.
and a convicted felon. She's not judging.
Of course.
She's just living her life, doing what she got to do,
Yeah,
doing what she want to do. Just having fun. Paparazzis, they was all at the car, bugging her. She broke down a little bit because they started asking about her husband, her ex-husband, soon-to-be ex-husband. And she was explaining that whole situation and talking about the ex-husband and her son and their relationship. He was recently arrested for assaulting his father.
Mm-hmm.
What are your thoughts on that?
Whew, that's a lot to unpack right there.
For real.
Well, shout out to Wendy for getting her life back right. Sometimes the older ones don't work. You gotta kind of go back to the young ones. So
do you justice.
shout out to her for that. Trying to do a little something different and everything. But that family drama is gonna be. They should have a reality show, honestly.
They should.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
and
would watch
then
that.
I heard she was trying to do a special with Gail, I believe. She's trying to do a special, like a one-on-one sit-down. I feel she should just do it on her show and then get them ratings up and everything even more.
Right.
Everybody want that real juice and everybody want that real tea.
Yeah.
Sip on that one. So, let it unloose, let it be raw, and you know what I mean? But that whole drama in that family is...
Yeah.
Like Wendy reminds me of me. Like I don't know when her birthday is, but she reminds me of a Virgo. Like she is a Virgo all the way because she'll talk about everybody else's business, but when it comes to her, she'll be like, yeah, I did that. Something happened.
Right.
And we're done. And she's so like nonchalant about it, like on the show because she barely skipped a beat after all of the stuff that was going on, and she'd be on the show and she'd cry every now and then or something like that. But as far as taking Wendy, we're going to give you a whole show that you can talk about your relationship because sadly people care. But not sadly, but good for you, people care. And they will watch to hear how bad was it, Wendy, So I think, she just reminds me of that type of person. I'm here for it. I feel really bad for her, but you're not the only woman in the world that, man, it was trash and you had to move on. So I applaud you for moving forward and not crumbling.
Right.
So I applaud that, but I don't want to put her on a pedestal. It's like no one else in the world has ever had to do this.
Right.
Because my mama done it. Everybody have people that I know mama done it. And you had to keep moving because you got kids to raise and all that. Who I feel bad for real, is the boy. Because who wants to live next to their head, their mama having sex with all these young people and these young thugs? They probably knocking the walls. I can't imagine.
And the kid's only like 2 or 3 years older than them.
Right. It's like, Mom, I go to school with him. I can't take you nowhere.
Right.
But no, that's the only thing I would think about. Like, I saw the guy. He was, he grabbed her. He was, come on, hey. And she was like, I'm all right, let's go. Like, she still had on her bathrobe. I don't know. She called it
this
a
big
dress.
old pink thing.
Yeah, that little pink. I don't know, flousing
I thought
something.
she bought it from Diana Ross or something.
No,
It looked like something Diana Ross would come out with it.
She just had to put on something to go out the house in real fast. But yeah, good for her. Good for her.
Since she has filed for divorce, to me she has looked a lot happier. Because he was I didn't know this until after she filed for the divorce, and then it came out that he was one of the executive producers of her show. And so after she finally fired him, she actually looks a lot more happier. Like she's got her life together and she don't have to worry about nobody else but herself. Her son is in college. She's just living.
But that glow up though that you get from not having to, I guess, be worried about who you're with and who they with on the side, and remember she had the drug stuff going in, and that's what I want to hear from her interview, like her in-depth interview. I want her to be like, because I want to know why that relapse happened. Was it, he was doing all of this stuff on the side, he was doing everybody and their mama, everybody was talking about it. All of Hollywood and New York knew about it apparently. And so like I want her to be like, I felt a need to take care of myself.
Right.
And so that's why I got back into the drugs or something like that. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for connect the dots.
Her and Howard Stern got into it as well too. I don't know if y'all heard that one. They they played it on the radio one morning. They was going back and forth and everything. He called all types of names and everything. They was actually close. and everything. And she said he changed, and then he went off and told her about the husband and all of that dirty laundry stuff.
Oh.
It was wild, but he did later on issue an apology later on and stuff. But yeah, he went for it though. It was like a good 3-minute rant. In 3 minutes, you can get a lot in ranting about
I know I can.
Right.
Yeah.
That's how TMZ got the information about her.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's sad.
And then the ex-husband had a baby with the side chick and all of that. And I'm like, oh boy. But I think he had like some kind of sports car they got to repossess right after and everything.
Yep.
You know, that's how money and everything. So yeah, that's something. And then on top of that, she don't even use his name, so you already know his last name and everything. So.
I wonder what's going to happen to their foundation, because they have that foundation. I think it's for drug abuse or something like that, the Hunter Foundation, and that is in his name. So I don't know if he is the leader of that or whatever, or director, or what's going to happen to them. But I know they did a lot of work for people.
She probably make her own, probably.
Right, that's what I was going to say. She has the she got the name and the money.
Yeah, and the like the backing.
Right.
She has the community backing, because it seemed like Hollywood was in on this big secret that no one else knew about.
Right.
Like, I don't know, because I watched, it was on The View, it was on The Talk, it was on everything. It was on everything, and everybody was like, we just feel so bad for her, these rumors are true. And then that was when it all came out at the beginning. If these rumors are true, but they were like, they're true. And then the more and more it came out, and they were like, yeah, he's definitely trash, by the way. I was like, why does everybody know that? Was he slapping her around at the events or something? Like,
right.
What did we miss?
Ain't nobody recorded or nothing?
Yeah. I can see Wendy telling somebody, he's like, I see you, paparazzi. You release that picture of my black eye, and I will ruin you. Like, Wendy could do that.
Right, she could.
Like, who knows? They've been covering up.
Her and Black China has went out since the divorce recently. And she said on her show that she actually went to Candy Burris' Dungeon Party tour when they were in New York. She went to the event. She said she didn't stay long, but she went.
Yeah, she did. She did go. But I think there's something to think about even deeper about how, I guess I can't remember how long they've been together, but that probably was in her late 20s, early 30s. And so now she's going back and finding these younger people to hang out with. It's like her life stopped right there. And now she's trying to rekindle that and kind of make her way back up in limits, Right. She's like, I'm still old.
Yeah, it had to have been at least 20 years, because her son is in college and he's like 18, 19. Right. So it had to be at least 20 years.
Dang. They can have that.
I
can't do it.
Well, Wendy, we are here for everything you got going on. We're watching your show. I'm watching your show every day at work.
I think too, that's another question for another day, another topic, is how long do you stay in a relationship that I feel like it's draining you, but you get something out of it too. Like, they were business partners, they did all stuff, so he was great in some aspects, but then horrible everything everywhere else. Like, how long do you stay in that type of, I don't know, what do you call that?
Toxic
situation.
It's toxic. It's more like a leech, a parasitic relationship.
Oh man.
I think everybody has their own breaking points. So I think it's really on how long you can sit there and take it.
Right.
How much are you enjoying what you are getting out of the deal?
And on top of that, hers was magnified because she's in the media and everything. So it's not like me and you, we just got to dodge a few people, stay on social media for like 3 days or something. Right. But hers is like all over, plastered on newspapers, radio stations. We talking about it. Everybody talking about it. So, yeah.
That's sad, man.
But the thing that I like and that I would want to see, when she was on her hiatus from the shows and they had other people coming in to host it, and she was just at home, I want to see that. What are you doing at home all of this time that you're away from the show? Like, are you low-key grieving now because once you go back to the show, you're letting him go? Like, what is really going on behind the scenes at your house?
You know what she was doing. She was having a waiting to exhale moment, running all his stuff out the house. Take this, take that. She was lighting his cars on fire. She had that conversation. Like, what you talking about? You know what she was doing. Petty and vindictive. Do it, girl. You deserve it.
But that's the part I would
like to see that.
But does that make the person feel better?
No,
it doesn't.
I've done it.
In the moment it does. In the moment it does, because your adrenaline is going,
Right.
and just doing something, anything would just make you feel better. But after it's all over, you don't feel no better. You feel it's worse than you did. And I know worse ain't a word, but I said it.
That's how bad it is.
Right.
Damn.
It worse.
No, I totally get that. It doesn't really help much. It's the same idea as like, y'all breaking up and then now I'm gonna call y'all kind of names and talk about how bad you were in bed or how bad you were. Like, no, that doesn't do anything. You're just trying to tear somebody down, but that doesn't help you at the end of the day.
No, it doesn't.
You're still lonely and depressed.
Right.
Bless our heart.
Next